All right. So today we are casting More Than You versus Team LSAC. More Than You wears the 16 tag as their old team name. And let's see how the banning phase goes. More Than You's been playing a lot of scrims lately, so I think that they're probably going to have some pretty strong picks and bans. Picking and banning is one of the biggest things that teams don't have a really good chance to practice with because you really have to do it in a scrim atmosphere because it's not like all pick is going to teach you how to draft a team. Whereas it can help a lot with your team synergy and learning your space, creating routines and stuff. Nigma and Zeus, very predictable first bans. Naga got nerfed pretty substantially today, so I think that we'll see a lot more Enigma bans over Naga. Where before we see a lot of dominant Naga bans because Naga's just so strong. And Naga's actually even going to get nerfed a little more. There's a mechanic with her that not a lot of people know about, which is that while being songed, you don't count as capturing boss capture points. So you can actually just steal bosses without winning a team fight with Naga, and that's kind of bullshit. So we're going to fix that and make it so that even while you're songed, you can still block a cap point from being capped. I'm seeing if Melon's around or anyone else who wants to cast with me. Yeah, I'll cast one with Jumper J. Alright, Witch Doctor ban. That's pretty reasonable. I wonder if we'll see an AA ban. That's oftentimes an early ban. Storm Spear ban. Storm Spear got nerfed, but he didn't get nerfed too substantially, so I think that he's still incredibly strong. He's just not as overwhelming as he was before. He can actually run out of mana now, basically. Before, he had no hope of running out of mana. Yeah, as someone pointed out in chat, Team 16 has a lot of the top MMR players. Ooh, God, you cannot let this team get Tinker. Let's see what they do. More Than You has a very famous Tinker. Their Tinker is good. Trevor J's trying to get his mic working, and then he might join us.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up, dude? I can hear you now.
Hey, okay, easy.
Hey. So, they let More Than You get a Tinker. What do you think?
I mean,
Do you think they're baiting it out and they have a strat around it, or do you think they just forgot?
the thing is, usually when somebody picks Tinker, you usually want to have a partner, like, immediately. Because so far as what I have seen, this is... Oh, I have Faceless Void, but Faceless Void in the first phase is kind of a shit draft, so... Like, those are the two counters that are really, really good against the Tinker. But even then, you would sacrifice early game and...
Yeah, and DXS's Tinker is just beast. We're gonna see DXS playing the Tinker. He loves his Tinker and he loves to criticize other people playing Tinker.
And I mostly love seeing them to study because I really want to understand DXS's team more.
Silencer ban makes a lot of sense when you've got a Tinker on your team. Silencer's a great counter pick against the Tinker. I don't really get banning a Spectre. Like, I don't know.
Spectre doesn't make much sense.
Like, Spectre's a good hero, but I feel like there's a lot of combo pieces with the Tinker that they want to get rid of. Or, yeah, I don't
know. No, they just want to get rid of frontliners. Like, anything that can distract a lot, because Tinker will just sit very far in the back.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you want something that just sits in the front line and actually is like, is annoying to the enemy and is a threat. I wouldn't necessarily say Underlord, since Underlord doesn't do too well these days.
I think they're banning him for the tankiness, as you said, and the pit. That's a lot of root, and when your team's getting rooted in one little spot, especially if he goes Refresher and drops two of those pits, they're so hard to get out of, and the Tinker's just going to spam missiles the whole time.
Yeah, but, you didn't necessarily have to ban the Tinker. Like, the Underlord, I mean. Because if DX Exodus team would have picked Underlord. You could have picked a Lifestealer and Chikochi. Kind of surprised by them banning the Shadow Fiend, but I guess they just don't want it themselves, and they
Yeah, I guess this did want to do with the
I
Shadow
think-
Fiend. The Shadow Fiend boss cheese strat is gone.
Yeah.
There's two
So,
mechanics
I'm
now,
still
making
surprised by
it
that.
just totally worthless.
Now Shadow Fiend is all around fair and balanced hero.
Shadow
actually.
Fiend is just a really strong hero. I kind of get banning him just
Yeah.
because he's good. I think the boss strat may have distracted us from the fact that the hero was already good before people started doing that. Viper makes sense.
don't
He just
like the
does
Viper,
shit tons of
no.
damage, and he puts the cloud on top of the Tinker.
Yes, if he gets to the Tinker, that is.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is the problem.
they can't assume they're not going to ever get to the Tinker. They
Yeah, no, you cannot. But it is very difficult. Let's say it that way.
yeah, it is
Like if
definitely
the
difficult.
Tinker plays it well, has always vision on the Viper, then it is very hard for the Viper to reach the Tinker. Though if he gets a lucky Never Toxin, then wait, is it? Then, yeah, it is. Then then you
Can you
do some fancy
BKB
stuff.
out of the cloud
Yes, you
thingy
can.
that Viper does? Okay, well, he's
Yes,
gonna be
yes.
he's gonna be spamming BKB. We kind of know that. Doom, interesting.
used
I
to
don't
love
think
Doom.
I've seen Doom in a scrim yet.
Yeah, no, he is very popular in pubs, but
Mhm.
not in competitive. The reason for that is like he does insane damage output, but he has one major problem, and that is if you slow him down, he does nothing.
Yeah.
Like if you slow his movement speed, he performs terribly. But that counts for most many heroes, and Doom is not necessarily
Yeah.
somebody that is fast. Or
I mean, they've got someone now. They can Doom the Tinker. I assume that's
Yeah,
going to be his Doom
that's
target
true.
the whole game. He's just every time there's a fight and Doom's off cooldown, he's just going to be running through the fight, ignoring everything, and
I
trying
like
to Doom the
the
Tinker.
that is great.
AA is ridiculously
Especially
good.
against Doom.
I love it. Yeah, particularly
Yeah.
against Doom. I think if they were planning ahead of time on picking the Doom, they should have banned the AA. I think their bans were too
Yeah.
aggressive as opposed to defensive. Like I think that
Yeah.
More Than You's bans were very defensive. They were banning things they didn't want
Yeah.
that were good against their
what
lineup.
I said earlier, like with their Tidehunter pick, I said earlier that they need frontliner that are very distractive, and that is exactly Tidehunter. And we have seen the Exodus team do that a lot
Yeah, he's gonna have
with the
oh
Tidehunter
god,
pick.
Tidehunter plus AA plus Tinker. They're just in big, wide, spread out fights, like battling over boss pits.
Yes,
I
and
think
then there's
this
Shadow
team's gonna
Demon. Like if
massacre them.
somebody is like if let's say they hit 4 heroes, and the 5th guy is standing somewhere else, then Shadow Demon can just
TA.
maybe get a blink.
TA for
and
damage, quick
does
pick. They knew they wanted it.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
They
just
have
good.
They only have really the Viper against it here, and I actually Doom also works, but
I mean, PA Magnus is good though. I think if this Dire team has a
Yes.
good early game, they might be able to just constantly two-shot all of these
they have one
squishy
problem.
Radiant team heroes and just ignore the Tidehunter. Just let the Tidehunter live, two-shot
I
everyone
think
else.
that this. Yeah. I think this Viper is gonna be in like a space creator position.
I hope so.
So.
I also hope to see him
Well,
go
because
magic
that
damage.
would make the most sense because else they currently are stuck at 3 melees. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree,
I mean,
Chogax.
we have to see. Like I thought will gonna be a ranged space creator or somebody else that farms. Like that's what I think.
Cho, do you want to join us as well? You're welcome to.
Yeah, sure he can join.
We'd have to go into a Discord channel.
Oh yeah, we probably have to. there
Or
comes-
Cho just
okay, I
friends
said
with me on
a
Discord.
ranged space creator.
What was their last pick? Lion. I dig Lion. It
Lion.
gives them a whole bunch of disable, and that's really good. Automatic game pause because we care about competitive play.
Yeah.
Let's.
That's
I'm gonna jump into the developer back room, and I can drag you in there, and I'll drag Cho as well.
Okay.
this on free camera.
God damn it, wrong button. Fuck.
Okay. Hello, show.
Hello. Accidentally invited you.
So we're just waiting for the team to reconnect. So who do we got playing what? I want to learn these teams, these players' roles better, and like kind of get to know them a lot more. I know some of them, but not a whole lot. What role does Buncorn usually play on EQ?
Carry.
Is he typically a carry? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they don't like him as a carry though, but
I want to change that though. Like after the scrim EQ versus OTA, they kind of want to have Mancon not on the carry role anymore.
I mean,
That game was
that's
lost at the
something-
picking phase. That's
something that Pawn. I mean, so is this game, but that's something that Pawn can.
Yeah. I mean, this game is already pretty much won
Enlighten
for
us.
the XS team in terms of
But-
drops.
maybe, I don't know. I think that the Dire team has a lot of potential to do some serious damage.
Nah,
There.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Radiant's definitely favored here by far. I think they were already favored going into it, and they've drafted a lineup that they're really, really comfortable with that Tinker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know what?
first
I
of all,
think we're
that
going to
second
see a
of
really
all,
fun game with a lot of cool Tinker play anyway. So.
Funny side note: the Dire team is not actually that tanky. Like they can't survive a lot early game. That's a major problem.
Yeah.
Like Doom, while having a good chunk of HP, doesn't have any armor, like 0.
Ooh, I love Shadow Demon for the cave strat. Assuming the other team had gone for cave strat, they were guaranteed to get it second because all the creeps died after the duel started.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But
I assume that.
LSAC actually played it well. You know, not going for cave. So the enemy is still level 1 even though they did the cave.
Yep. And now they have all of the map positioning. I mean, they're gonna dink 2 right here because of the passive XP. When you do cave, no matter what, you
Nah,
dink 2
it's
by
not
the end of the
really
duel.
It's not the passive, it's the kills.
Well, it's also the passive. I mean,
It's mostly 4 kills.
that certainly helps.
You know.
Killing level 1 hero is worth like
Oh,
what is it, 2
oh my-
creeps? Maybe 3?
It was like 40 XP.
Yeah.
I don't like that the Doom started
Okay.
with Scorch Earth. That is not the way.
Yeah, if you're kind of think you're gonna lose
Like you're
the first
space
duel,
creating, you kind of want the.
Are you gonna kill the Doom?
Infernal
This is probably a dead Doom. Let's see the body block from Papiska.
Yeah.
No body blocks.
No.
Doom might be able to just walk
No,
away now.
No,
No, he's
Shadow
dead,
can
he's
kill it
dead.
right now.
He's just dead. And Pop.
Going for the BM fourth one.
It's
The
enough.
BM fourth one. Yep, pop.
I mean, free might have been
Actually, it
enough
was
already.
BM five.
Yeah, that was
Actually, the fourth
BM5.
one was necessary because then it did 160 damage. It had 150 HP.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. At first I thought that was a rando and not Nail, and I was like, ooh, you're in for a treat. Someone saying, oh, Tinker, I'm excited to see the benefits of that hero.
Yes, we have never seen what he can do.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
ever seen.
I've definitely not been spamming Tinker for a while.
Especially
Yeah.
not the XS's Tinker.
Um,
Oh, the immediate Diva. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that was in Real War 2.
Oh, do they get an instant D? They put a real ward next to a sentry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
like
you
putting
make a
sentries
instant
here. I think it's a really, really good sentry spot 'cause it's really common to ward there.
Yeah. A lot of teams have started doing that.
Yeah, when I'm in pubs, I ward right here every single game because this spot can see most of up here,
I can't
but
see your ping.
oh, you can't see my ping. It's like, you know the little golden emblem on the top right of the high grounds? Diagonally up and left from there about the radius of the emblem.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You'll see it on stream. But that spot, it can see both the medium camps and most of the top farming area.
Oh, there. Yeah.
So it's just really, really, really good.
You could have just said that it has vision on that, and then I would have known.
Yeah, but it's a really specific spot that just barely has vision on the bottom medium camp. That way you can maximize your vision at the top.
I guess.
Yeah, DXS is really, really good with this hero. Let's see what he's doing. He's probably just farming. Yeah. Early game, Tinker doesn't do
Tinker
much.
is just farming early game.
Yeah. Ooh, I like
the
the
Veil
build-up
Tank.
Veil. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's really good.
DXS has been a really big fan of using build-up items as opposed to just going straight for items like most people do. He gets build-up items to throw away a lot.
Like
He's probably
spectacular
still going to
from
upgrade
Teleport.
that, so that's not maybe the case for this one, but yeah, he likes his
Oh,
build-up
sure.
items.
I don't think he's gonna upgrade it.
No, I think it's just gonna be a casual farming item and he's gonna sell it
Fairly
later.
sure the build on Tinker is Ether Lens, Aghanim Scepter, Blink Dagger, Scythe of Vice, and Kaya, and then
Yeah.
whatever boots you have.
I think he needs BKB this game.
And maybe level blink in there.
Probably needs a BKB this game, definitely. Well, you can blink around and dodge everything.
I think that he needs to. Well, he needs to be able to
Blink
get
is
out of the
gonna be
Viper.
very
That's the thing.
damaging.
He would want to link his sphere instead of a BKB against a Doom. Or a Bubble Orb.
Bubble Orb. Let's go Bubble Orb. You can't refresh it, but
Yeah, you can't. You can't refresh any
It
of
would be
the
OP if you
reflex
could.
items.
yeah, none of the reflex items can be refreshed.
Thank God.
Yes, thank God, indeed. I'm actually pretty sure it was Zizanez who put that in.
Yeah, there was a
He
time.
did
Divine
most of the
Redemption
Tinker
of
rearm
the-
blacklist.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he had the rearm bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this Viper's only level 2, and DXS is up
Yeah.
to 7 now. He doesn't have
I
his
also don't
TP
like
boots,
that
but
the Viper has the Q on level 2. He should have got Nevertoxin, like with, not Nevertoxin, Corrosive Skin. With Corrosive Skin and Nevertoxin you farm.
yeah, I agree.
And
He really doesn't need his Q at all until he plans on fighting, and you should try to,
Yeah.
as
And he
Viper,
just died to
delay
neutral, so
fighting
that's
as long as
sad.
possible.
The Doom ate an Alpha Wolf, which is not the one you want to eat. The one is actually Harpy, because then you get the lightning, and it's super good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
actually allows you to deal some range damage. And early
Yeah.
on it is actually a lot of damage.
Yeah. Now he used to always
For
upgrade it
50
because you
mana,
could
that's
rearm it, but
140
I'm not
damage.
sure. I don't know if DXS still buys Farsight now that you can't rearm it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, we'll find out. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because I still think the item's amazing, even though it can't be rearmed. We also decreased the cooldown of it a little bit when we made it so you can't rearm it, because I thought it was too long.
I love this warding fight in the middle though.
I think.
I know, they just keep dewarding each
Shadow
other.
Demon.
I think Radiant's been winning it pretty
SD is gonna be
hard,
the one
but-
buying it. Did they read the patch notes? SD.
Yeah,
I mean, it
I'm
could-
sure they read the patch notes.
I think they're gonna just see how good Shadow of Shadows is, even without global cast range.
Yeah.
The SD is going for a Glimmer Cape right now.
I mean, apart from
We
the
got a
nice
5v5 bottom. Everyone's just rushing the high ground hill. Interesting. Radiant team decided to use real wards to secure this hill. I think they just value the guaranteed 5 kills. Try to keep as
Yeah.
many of their heroes alive for it as possible.
I mean, also that high ground ward also allows the Tinker to keep his stuff up, like the rockets.
Mhm.
To have constant vision. That's really nice. They also put an immediate sentry.
Let's take a quick peek at the net worth graph. Yeah, DXS flying ahead. It's a pretty
Double
substantial
century
net
at
worth
the
for
rock
pre-boss. We're gonna see both teams go for bosses here. Yep, both teams are beginning their boss rotations right at the same time. Makes sense.
Surprisingly late though.
Yeah, no, we got rid of refreshing Farsight a while ago. It was actually this player who discovered that, used it in a scrim, stomped a team, and then we had to remove it. So they're gonna take that boss. They're gonna take that boss.
Oh god.
Tinker is one of the only heroes that this strat is good on, because typically doing this is awful. It's usually like, I can't believe how bad it is to try to contest tier 1 bosses. I think Tinker might be the only hero in the game that it's okay to do this for.
Maybe. Actually, Tekis is not. Because then you kill the boss at the
Shadow
same
Demon
time.
also works. Like Shadow Demon can definitely.
Yeah, SD is pretty
It's a
good.
bit
as
more
well.
difficult, of
He
course.
doesn't do enough
but
damage, though. You're better off farming. That's the thing, is that most heroes are just better off farming.
Yeah,
But
usually,
DXS
yeah.
got 3
Yeah,
kills
yeah.
there, so that was worth it for him. This Lion, the rockets just do so much damage to him. Yeah, these squishy supports, the Tinker just sinks so much damage into them.
And they should buy raindrops right now. Cheap item helps you against those magical nukes.
Yep.
The instant items by the Tinker.
Good. We see both
Just
teams going
not-
for their ancients. It's interesting because both these teams seem to have their timings really, really similar.
Yeah,
Like they're playing very similar. Just the Radiant team has just a better
Honestly, think
lineup
if
and
this
is playing it a
Magnus-
little better.
I honestly think if this Magnus is just gonna follow the PA around, he should have gone for a TP boost.
Yes.
'Cause
Oh yeah, if you're
actually,
going Magnus
like,
PA strat, the
the
Magnus
ancients-
I think should always go TP boots.
Because creeps give a decent amount of gold, and the ancients definitely, once you take them down the first time, they give like 6k gold.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you get 100% at level 1 with the Sysgold boots. You're
Yeah.
getting just as much gold as the PA is.
Honestly,
you
the
should
best
just-
strat would be for everyone to go TP boots and then disassemble them after you kill the ancients. Get whatever you want.
Or
Yeah,
just keep
last
the-
tournament, ooh, they
But the-
doomed the Tinker. There it is. That's what they wanted. It's basically why they picked this.
Yeah, but
He
Shroud
gets
of
shrouded
Shadows.
though. And
Oh,
he's
that
just
was just
gonna
a glimmer, okay.
casually walk away.
Yeah.
Into vision.
May I point out that you know, Shroud of Shadows is just better than Glimmer Cape in like every single aspect.
It has one
Like,
drawback.
yeah,
You can't attack out of your ethereal when you're shrouded.
Yeah, I know.
but it's
But
not that
that-
big a deal.
It's really
Yeah,
not
it's
that big of a
really
deal
not
at all because usually you want to use it to get away. But the other one you can re-engage with, and this one you can't. I agree that they
Castles
need to have
can.
something different. I don't know. On the other hand, like Pulse Staff's just a strictly better Force Staff.
And not for every hero.
Not for escaping,
Yeah, for escaping, the Force is still better.
which is kind of what I would like to think is the main purpose. Or if you're going like
My
a Tide
God.
Hunter with a Force Staff to initiate.
Or a bad rider to.
Can we talk about how
versus
this whole
somebody.
team just got fucking annihilated?
It's
Well, I
boring.
mean, they're also like 27 kills.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yep, I love wards up on these ridges here. So I think Dire team, they really need to take Cave, like, desperately badly. The other team has a 20k lead on them right now. If they take Cave, they're going to get so much XP and gold.
Actually, I don't think what they're doing is that bad right now. Unfortunately, though,
Only if they
The
stop
Radiant
hitting
can see
creeps
them?
and rush straight for these.
yeah, because the Radiant can see them and Tinker can be there at any time he wants
Yeah,
to be.
Tinker might come around through this side area right here and harass them
Yeah,
that way.
just-
Oh yeah, he's probably just going to hang
Yeah,
out with this.
blank.
Yep, jump up on the high ground
And
and missile.
now everyone is coming because MTY likes to get those TP boots early on every hero pretty much. Or TPs. They didn't actually have TP boots in it, just casual TPs.
Yeah, they value TPs. TPs also just casual normal TP scrolls are a lot better now that there's shrines in the middle of the map because you can
Yeah.
TP to somewhere other than your base.
Yeah.
Like you could see, they TP
that
from the
last
top
hero?
walls
Oh,
over
look
to
at
the bottom
He's
side.
hidden. They can't see him. He'll live. That's funny. Yeah, Tinker just DXS's team is so good. This team more than you about vision. You know, vision and movement. They value both those things so much, and so
Yeah.
you just can't sneak bosses out from under them. It's a really, really, really good strategy for preventing teams from being able to come back on you.
They could have stolen the boss if they had realized to use a smoke, which is something that not a lot of people do.
Yeah,
But
if they had
smoking to
smoked.
do bosses is
Yeah.
really good.
And these are Dota things, you know.
Especially
If the enemy has
especially
vision
with-
and you're trying to take an objective, you need to smoke through their vision. You know?
Yeah,
That's Dota.
Yep.
yeah, just
Um,
like raindrops, which no one buys in here. Casual raindrop is really good. Like, if you're a magical hero, you just get passive mana regen and some defensive.
By the
defense
way,
early on.
Phantom Assassin has portraits on constant strength. Just
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The more, like, the bigger deal is that he's not doing cave.
Yeah, that is the bigger deal.
Yeah.
They really, really need to clear cave. They're so low level and they just have no money.
It's fine to let them get the cores because then they're not getting money and they are not 6-slotted, the enemy team, the XS team. But if they went to do the cave, then they would get 6-slotted.
Yeah.
And they could actually contest them.
Yeah, now
Another
that
problem that oops, you can talk.
I was just gonna say that in the previous meta, boss kills were all that mattered because gold was basically just free. And now that the boots are nerfed, I think a lot of people are still in that old attitude of like ignore farm, get bosses. That's kind of what I
Yeah,
feel like this
definitely.
LSAC team's doing. They're valuing bosses over farm right now.
Yeah, but getting 6 is really important these days.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I think they're
And
hugely
that leads
undervaluing
to
the fact
what
that they
I
have no
wanted to
items.
say, like when we both interrupted each other. I wanted to say that you know, the Dire team also doesn't have great space creators that are like super good at farming. Like while Magnus has cleave and all of that, he didn't actually build for some items that allow him to farm.
Yeah. Oh man, they tried to initiate on this team. They got a great initiation,
God damn,
but
that
then
fucking Shadow Demon is so fucking loud.
yeah, when he blows his whole load.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way to say it.
There we go. They're doing cave now. This is good to see. This will give them. They really don't need to be doing it as 3. I actually would love to see the Magnus PA doing this while everyone else tries to.
I mean,
farm
they
that.
need to be doing it as 3 because the PA is not there.
Yeah, which I guess it
Yeah,
is
so-
valuable to let the PA farm while also getting the cave gold, so that way the PA can get 6 slotted before anyone else does. Which actually she's done. She's 6 slotted now.
Yeah, which is why she should have been in the cave
Yeah, she should have shot
to get our
okay.
final items.
Because then you're also closer to the base, you get your items earlier and can continue farming faster.
Yeah, I think this Radiant team's doing a good job taking bosses, securing their lead. They're using AA Blast to test vision and stuff. It's funny that they're doing that. They're using AA Blast for vision.
Yeah, but that's just a common Dota thing
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It's just,
Like how you sometimes just AA blast into a Roche, but just to make sure that they don't have a Roche. Or
which
that
is
they're not
exactly
doing
what he
Roche.
did there. It's just a different type of Roche pit.
Yeah. Funnily enough, yeah.
So Lycan has been nerfed a billion times, but he still doesn't have the same amount of HP as every single other tier 2 in the game. Which is 3500 in the Shielder and Twins. He has 4k.
Oh, really? I thought he was supposed to be
Yeah.
squishier than the other tier 2s.
Nope. More HP.
That's funny. Does he have less armor?
Nope, same amount. Actually, more armor. 3 more armor than the others.
Oh, good. So this Dire team just gained a lot of gold. Let's actually take a quick peek at the graph from that. Wow, look at the XP graph. Because of that cave clearing,
Yeah.
it works. The Dire team's actually ahead in XP right now.
PA is actually no.
Yeah, PA's second net worth in the game, but she can't do
Almost.
anything out there alone, you know? It's
Almost a
just-
skilled Tinker, but
Yeah. Too many slows, she
shadows
can't
and
close
the
the
AA.
gaps. Yeah. This Radiant team's just playing really well.
I mean, to be expected. They play every day, they scrim every day.
Yep.
yeah, they're
They're really scary
practicing
team.
a lot,
Yeah.
which is to be expected. I mean,
And you know what's
honestly,
scary? An unknown team beat them in a best of 5.
Eh. It's gonna be interesting to
Yeah.
see different teams
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, seeding
mean,
will be
it's
very
very fun.
fascinating because of these teams, man.
I really hope that we don't meet MTY at day 1. That's my
Nah.
biggest fear.
We'll see. I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna be seeded as the worst team.
No, we won't.
Oh. Standard stuff going on right now.
I
Both
mean,
teams just
apparently
farming.
we have been favorites. I have been told by several people.
I don't think we are, but that's besides the point right now. The PI just got SD ulted and couldn't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow Demon's a beast. He can just kind of kill any carry. He's just like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, you want to get fucked up?
And especially PA, who relies on movement and her passives to do anything.
This PA is just getting
Which are
kited
two
so
things that
bad.
SD gets rid of.
Look at how they.
Well, they won this
Right
duel.
there.
Assassination is
I mean, that was the Magnus PA combo coming through for once.
We see the Tinker trying to abuse zone control bugs to try to get in there for a split second just to get a spell off.
Yeah, you can. It's very easily get a heat seeking himself. Every time.
Yeah, he didn't get it any of those times. It's pretty random whether or not you get it, because sometimes it's just perfect and it actually removes you the frame that you go in. And then other times for some reason that event doesn't trigger.
But every single time. That was kind of hilarious.
The other duel that I was watching this game, he got it like 3 times in a row.
Assassin.
It could depend on what duels you're going in and out of.
It appears to be more reliable though on the like original duel arenas, I'd say. With the Tinker Realm thing.
DXS gave him 1,500 gold each for everyone around that death. And I'm sure a whole lot of XP. How are the graphs looking now? They just have so many hexes and so many slows and so many disables. This PA cannot get any damage out. Meanwhile, the Tinker is having no problem getting damage out. Pretty good Ice Blast. Oh, yep.
Okay.
Ooh, let's go PA! Come on, PA! There we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's the thing that PA can do, which is why I don't think it's a terrible pick.
Okay, it's really good. too.
She's starting to come online.
No, she's not.
No, she's not really good here. Not at all.
SD destroys PA,
I mean, I guess
but she need... Yeah, Faceless Void would have been better.
Yeah,
'Cause you
Void
can,
would have been
you know,
really
lock
sick.
down an area and just kill the Tinker. Straight
I also
up,
said that in
no
the draft
bullshit.
that I
Also, if you're playing against the Tinker as a carry, you want a Nullifier. That's the item that counters him. Then he can't hex you, he can't blink away, he can't do anything.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. He's dying to the Lycan boss. Their team's split between 2 bosses right now. They're finally grouping up, though. They're going to take this really easily. It depends on if this AA figures out that their whole team is there and not just... So I think Magnus, if he steps down, he's fucking up. See, I don't know if you want to engage here, because it might have been better to just lose that 1v1 and try to secure the boss secretly. They get the boss anyway, though. Or no, they didn't.
It was fine because the rest of DX's team, or MTY, wasn't there.
Yeah, I guess if
instead
their
they're killing
if
the bosses.
if MTY wasn't currently doing bosses, then I think they would have all TP'd in, won that fight, and stolen this tier 2.
Yeah, it was definitely a risky play, but it worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it did end up working. You got that. Does MTY have any vision of this area? No, they've counter-warded very well. We're seeing so many sentry wards. The counter-warding is super real this game.
Yeah.
Yep, I think this team's definitely doing what it should. Just taking bosses whenever they can. I think more than you should be contesting these bosses.
I don't like
Yeah,
the
but-
Ravens under Doom. It is.
Yeah,
Radiance is
I wouldn't buy
a
Radiance
bit
in
of
this
a weaker.
game. Yeah. I think Radiance is only good when you're either even or ahead. I don't think Radiance is good from behind because their ability to
not
deal
even
with your damage
good
is going to
if you're
scale faster than the damage.
Like,
so
if
it's
you
just
are
like,
ahead, you usually want like a Silver Edge and just, you know, try to sneak in, get that Infernal Blade off it, just keep that Infernal Blade ticking.
Either
That's
Blink
all
or
that's
Silver
all.
Edge, because you
I
need
prefer
to
Silver Edge personally.
Doom that Tinker.
yeah, they gotta doom the Tinker.
Yeah.
Oh, Tinkering it out of the boss? Yep, he got body blocked by Walks and died. Let's go, Ogre. Pop, no problem. This team's just gonna go back to farming.
And instead of maxing out the Blade Mail, the Doom should have also focused on finishing up that Satanical.
Or just upgrade Shiva instead. It's better than the
Yeah,
Blade Mare for
either
defense.
Shiva or Satanical.
I also think
This game,
that instead of
should have
going
gone for the Shiva.
2 armor items, he should have got a pipe in one of those 2 slots. It's a big fight
Big
here.
misplay by the Magnus though.
Ooh, man.
Spending a lot of up-P time just pushing these people. Not really.
Like you don't try to fight them right now. You should
You don't
try
fight.
to go get
Yeah, no,
bosses
they are way
and
behind.
try to come back.
Yep, I think you also, whenever you get a new tier of bosses, you clear the cave once or twice more, now that you're stronger. I mean, we saw what the cave did to that XP chart. It actually put them in the lead in experience. They could really, really use that to keep their spellcasters relevant in these fights.
Yeah.
Oh, that line blinked in deep. Oh, that was not good. Yep.
Magnus hexing Tinker twice.
Oh, and
Now
then he misses the
skewer.
charge. Oh, and Papiska instantly Kraken shelled out of the RP stun.
I just thought he canceled this RP. Wow.
Oh, did he?
No,
Wait, is it
no,
on
no,
cooldown?
It's on cooldown.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he instantly Kraken shelled out of it.
They want to try to contest this, but
Don't mind that
No,
siren.
okay.
I live on a coastal city, so they test the emergency thing on Tuesdays. A coastal city that's earthquake prone and burned down once.
Oh. Wow.
This is a
I also live on the coast, but it's pretty chill over here.
well, yeah, you live in,
We only had a few floods, but that's about it.
you live in Germany. There's no like plates, Teutonic plates.
We actually had recently a tornado, like, but recently it's also a few months ago. But
Let's see what Tinker can do here. He's trying to get the kill. He's in deep, though. He's going to start taking a lot of damage from the offsides buff. Yeah, he's just getting out now.
Doesn't matter. Blink Ether Lens is so good on Tinker. You just rearm a couple times, so you can be anywhere on the map.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just fly across the map. Will they be able to...
and Evil Land
Ooh,
provides
great
you-
RP. They managed to prevent the cap, but he gets hexed before he can skewer them all away. It doesn't matter. They all get blown the fuck up. I really think they should be capping this point. The
Oh, they.
boss
oh,
core
God,
is way more important than subsequent kills. Good, the Lion's capping it. I think this is a good idea. Leave one person back to cap while the rest go in, especially since they knew that they just killed the Tinker, so he can't be hiding. Let's take a quick look at everyone's items. We see a lot of surplus tier 3 cores in everyone's inventories. Seems like it's a really boss heavy game. I think it's just because everyone's fighting over the bosses, trying to secure them.
Yeah, especially the chargers. I think the chargers is what is.
Ooh, this Tinker is severely out of position. The whole team knows he's there, and they're just trying to burst him down. Ooh, they managed to get him.
Hello.
But here comes the rest of their team. I expect another Tidebringer ultimate any second. Yep, there it is.
Any fight the Dire team takes now brings the MTY just like a little bit closer to victory.
Ooh, PA.
It's already 81 kills.
Yeah, you know, what comeback potential this team had is quickly fading as this kill count gets closer and closer to 100. They need to be able to win a straight 5v5 team fight before that hits 100, otherwise there's no chance of winning. The PA continues to grow
I
larger.
still think the Doom should sell its silent at the Doom should sell its radiance and get like a nullifier or something.
Yeah, now he's upgraded the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like much of
Some
his
sort of fighting
item
deck.
choices. What's our final Tinker item build? Hex, Blink, Kaya, Boots, Ags, Ether Lens. That makes sense. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty basic.
It's
Yeah.
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
pretty cool that he just went for that Veil purely for farming potential. I dig that.
Yeah.
Why is it
Yeah,
tier
we
2
had that.
still right
Mhm.
here?
Said it's just gonna be a farming item.
Yeah, just touching back on it. It's cool.
Yeah.
There we go. They finally managed to kill the AA. The fact that it takes 4 of them and an ultimate or 2 to kill an AA, it's not looking great. This PA is getting annihilated. Ooh, didn't quite one-shot him.
I like the fast
Wow.
Lion though.
Shadow Demon and Tinker. They can kill anything.
Yeah, they are two of the strongest heroes that you kind of want to either have or ban every game. Kind of. They're very strong.
So, Team LSAC is learning something that every team's going to need to learn if you want to stand a chance of beating this team. Which is that you gotta ban the Tinker.
So they always host lobbies, so they always have first pick.
Yeah.
Getting the Tinker first pick.
Yeah, I gotta randomize first pick, so that way it's not dependent on who hosts.
Yeah.
You could also make it for like actual like the tournament, so that there's like an option in the game where you can like vote for which side, well, not really vote, but for the tournament games, but say okay, this team has first pick, and we
So what you're trying to say is you can choose who has first pick.
yeah. Me no speak this in language. England is not my city.
The AA upgrade is 4-staff, no pull staff on him, just the regular 4-staff.
No pull staff? Oh, come on, AA. Gotta pull staff, man.
I mean, he doesn't really want to be close to the enemy team, but
yeah.
he can
Well, I
pull-
assume he got it to cast on
pull
allies
things.
either way.
Yeah, you can pull staff allies. There's a thing that I actually want to try with pull staff, which is like a teammate gets it while I'm playing Shadow Beam, and then when I ultimate, someone pulls me into the enemy team.
Oh yeah, totally. That would be super
know.
cheeky. That'd be really, really funny. We should do that in a pub sometime.
Yeah.
I love pull staff. I buy it so often. They all saw my pull staff while I was stealing MMR from him.
You totally need a pull stuff bottle.
Yeah, I'd be down with a pull staff bottle. I'd be down with a pull staff bottle or a chair bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pull
we're
stuff
gonna
would be
pause. Why? Does someone disconnect? Or
Come on, it's-
are
it's
they
3 kills.
BMing?
3 kills until final duel.
Who
Let's
paused?
go.
You can't actually see the pause in the thing. And you can't
Wow,
see
you
what
only
they're
lost 4
talking.
MMR. Your allies must have had really, really low MMR. Oh yeah, spectators can't see chat, right?
Yeah, spectator
Yeah,
actually.
we need to fix that.
Also, I don't know if that has been recorded or fixed yet, but if you type in the backslash
Yeah,
and then try to add a command.
It's a forward slash.
Forward slash, whatever.
Backslash is the one below backspace. Alright, final duel. Let's see if they can manage to do anything about this Tinker. I think they basically need to doom the Tinker the second this duel starts.
Nah, the Tinker is
Meanwhile, the Tinker's
left
just
alone.
free reign, blowing up everyone. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
done.
It is done. Alright. More Than You wins convincingly. I think they won in the picking phase when someone let
Yeah.
More Than You first pick Tinker. Don't do that.
It
You
was-
will lose.
It was not only that, but they the Dire kind of counter-picked themselves.
Yeah, they kind of did. They didn't have the best picks there.
And their bans were not very I don't see the point of their bans for the heroes that I picked.
I think they were focusing too much on the Tinker when they were banning and trying to ban combos with it instead of banning things that are good against their team. And then the Radiant team picked all the stuff that was good against their team, and they lost. And they lost bad.